tonight. New year, new partnership. We'll tell you about Duluth's incoming marketing team. Plus, snow-covered pavement can make life hard for some. How you can help. And the jury continues deliberations in the Kim Potter trial. Their questions for the judge.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Breaks is off tonight. Come the new year, Duluth's tourism marketing will look a lot different. Belmont Partners will officially take the reins of promoting the Zenith City, and the firm is preparing to hit the ground running. CBS3's Quinn Gorham met with the group earlier today to see what's in store for the future of tourism in Duluth.
I'm here at Belmont Partners' brand new Duluth office, which will soon become a hub of tourism marketing operations here in the Northland. Bridget Nelson Monroe, one of the firm's partners, says they're ready and excited to take on the task of marketing here in Duluth. The group will be taking the place of Visit Duluth, who's contracted with the city for nearly 80 years to provide that same service. According to Nelson Monroe, they've spent the last few months preparing to take on that role, meeting with local businesses, researching the area, and involving themselves in the community here in Duluth. Despite being based in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro, Belmont Partners says they're committed to serving the people and businesses of Duluth.
We've also done things like join the Duluth Area Chamber of Commerce. We've started meeting with different business leaders and tourism attractions here, and that will continue into the new year. We're really committed to getting to know as many people as possible.
There will be a transition period for a few months where Belmont will gradually lean into the role Visit Duluth once held. As for their strategy, the firm plans to market Duluth on all forms of communication, whether that be commercial advertising, social media, or print advertisements.
Thanks, Quinn. Visit Duluth will still hold a smaller role in marketing events in the city, including sports and conventions. Visit Duluth has named a temporary executive director. Nancy Knorr will fill the shoes of Anna Tansky, who is stepping down after 16 years. Tansky's contract expires at the end of this month. Knorr is transitioning from her 31-year career at Minnesota Power as the Director of Regional Development. She will hold the position until Visit Duluth selects a permanent leader. Duluth City Planners held a drawing today determining eligibility for vacation rental permits. The city currently has 60 permits, and that can go up based on a percentage of the number of housing units added each year. 78 people submitted applications, and today the planners drew numbers to determine what order they'll be eligible for the permits. Once they work their way through the list, they'll open it up again to new applicants. The permits only apply to property owners who want to use them exclusively as vacation rentals. Millions of dollars are being allocated for transportation projects around Minnesota. MnDOT has awarded $18 million for 8 construction projects in different areas of the state. The goal is to improve transportation infrastructure and support economic growth. Several cities in the Twin Cities area and greater Minnesota are set to receive funds. That includes here in the Northland. Carleton County will get $400,000 toward building a new intersection at Highway 210 and County Road 61. The goal is to improve safety and access for the commercial area. The project is estimated to create 23 new jobs in that area. Well, Dave is here now for a first check of the weather. Dave, you have your eye on the UP tonight, huh?
Yeah, our low pressure system that brought snow to most towns this morning is still lingering there and could continue to do so until later on this evening. So we take a look at the map, of course. Winter weather advisory in effect for the UP, or at least a good chunk of it here, until 1 o'clock in the morning. Another 2 to 4 inches of lake-influenced snow could fall in that part of the world. And the snow totals in general today went from as low as 2 inches to as many as 7 inches for the rest of the region. Though those hard-working plow drivers are getting things done, it's starting to become good driving conditions just south of Duluth and to the west. But from the Twin Ports up the North Shore and into northern Minnesota, still slippery spots and some completely covered roads still there to deal with. And the same deal is going on for Wisconsin and the UP, where many roads have scattered slippery spots still lingering, and towards the snow belt it's still completely covered. So drive cautiously overnight. What's coming our way overnight? Well, even after 1 a.m. it'll become dry and mostly cloudy there for the UP. 3 above will be a calm and low temperature tomorrow morning, followed by a high of 20 for Wednesday. It'll stay cloudy tonight and through tomorrow in advance of our next low that could bring back a snow chance by Thursday. Will this one bring much? I'll talk about how much coming up after just a couple more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. In the winter months, it's easy to let shoveling fall to the bottom of the to-do list. But as CBS 3's Natalie Grant shares, for some, a clear sidewalk makes a world of difference.
After the snow comes down, the shovels come out. Residents and businesses are responsible for keeping sidewalks clear for everyone.
That could be a wheelchair, that could be a bike, that could be a stroller. We really have an obligation to make sure that everyone can get around.
Last year, the city of Duluth implemented a snow removal policy. Residents and businesses have 24 hours after the snow stops to clear their sidewalks or face fines. That's because for residents with a disability, an unshoveled sidewalk is a big hurdle.
Disability groups say that an uncleared sidewalk isn't just an inconvenience, but could also be dangerous. If people can't navigate the sidewalk, they could choose to travel in the street and increase their risk of being hit by a car.
The Minnesota Council on Disabilities says clear sidewalks and curbs are lifelines for people with disabilities. They remind businesses to shovel ramps, pre-treat for ice, and keep disability parking snow-free. Remembering this isn't just the right thing to do, it's the law.
We're just asking people to consider doing what's best not only for them, what is a requirement, and also just helps people get around.
If there is a resident or a business you know not complying with Duluth's snow removal policy, we have resources listed on our website. The city said they are stepping up enforcement this year. A Duluth neighborhood ski hill opens for the season tomorrow. Chester Bowl starts running lifts at 11 tomorrow morning after a check presentation from Essentia. Essentia also provided a $25,000 grant for Chester Bowl to expand its programs and infrastructure. A similar grant in past years allowed a snowboard rental program to be implemented. The Chester Bowl Improvement Club has already awarded more than $28,600 in scholarships for season passes and equipment rentals. Well, now we are taking a live look at the White House. Today, President Biden announced new COVID-19 protocols as the Omicron variant continues to spread across the United States. The federal government says U.S. population growth is the lowest it's been since the founding of our nation, and they say COVID is one of the leading factors for the decline. President Biden has ordered the military to have medical personnel ready to help hospitals overrun with new cases. Some of those military personnel have already started work in Wisconsin hospitals. Meanwhile, the government is expanding its vaccination program to include pop-up locations. It is also expanding its testing program by adding federal testing sites and purchasing a $500 million at-home rapid tests to send to Americans.
We'll be getting these tests to Americans for free, and we'll have websites where you can get them delivered to your home.
The administration's health experts say testing and wearing masks around strangers are ways to protect yourself, with travel and family gathering ramping up this week. New CDC data shows unvaccinated individuals are 8 times more likely to be hospitalized and 14 times more likely to die from COVID-19. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and his family have tested positive for COVID-19. Governor Walz made that announcement today. He said his 9th grade son tested positive Monday, and later that night, the governor and his wife also received a positive test. Walz says his son has mild symptoms, and at this time, he and his wife have none. The family is isolating and continuing to work from home. Walz is encouraging all Minnesotans get tested before and after the holidays. He also asks everyone to get their COVID-19 vaccine and booster. Governor Tim Walz ordered all United States and Minnesota flags to be flown at half-staff at all state buildings today. That's in honor and remembrance of Officer Ronald Smith, a veteran law enforcement officer in Minnesota. Officer Smith died last week in a Duluth hospital from complications due to COVID-19. The jury entered its second day of deliberation today in the trial of former Brooklyn Center police officer Kim Potter. The case was handed over to the jury yesterday after both sides made their closing arguments. Jurors weighing in on the case asked the judge after a full day of deliberations what they should do if they can't reach a verdict. Governor Regina Chu told them to keep working toward a verdict. Potter is charged with first and second-degree manslaughter after fatally shooting Dante Wright during a traffic stop in April. If convicted on the most serious charge, she would face around 15 years in prison. Some Northland Elementary students went the extra mile to spread holiday cheer. For the past few weeks, students at Lester Park Elementary have been fundraising for their annual Giving Tree project. The students use the donations to buy small trees and decorate them with ornaments made in class. Today, the kids delivered their decorated trees and other gifts to seniors at Ecumen Lakeshore and Diamond Willow. Organizers say with everything that's happened over the past 2 years, this visit was extra special. This year, the students raised a little more than $2,700 for the trees and gifts, which is a new record. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, the Duluth Public Library has tons of hoopla they want to share with you. Find out how they plan to do that in the new year next.
Today's temperatures were cooler than normal, both for the overnight low and for the afternoon high. We started at 3, finished at 12. The normals are 23 and 8. We'll get a little bit closer tomorrow, but not quite there. But a warm-up come Friday could bring a rain-snow mix chance. We'll talk about how much and when coming up after our break.
At the DTA, we're making your bus ride even safer. You can now buy your ticket anytime, anywhere, using the new My DTA app for mobile fare payment and trip planning. Contactless, safe, convenient.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota equipment. Featuring front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers, it's everything you need to take on winter. Get select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. See your local Kubota dealer today.
No one serves you better than Lulich Implement.
So I decided to get my bachelor's. I knew that I wanted to stay here, and I knew that I would have to have more education to grow. Lucudere Ojibwe College motivates you to work hard so you can succeed.
Make it the best holiday ever with the True Love Guarantee at Numi Jewelers. Dazzle her with a gift she's guaranteed to love. We're so sure she'll love the gift you choose that we'll even exchange it if she doesn't. True love is guaranteed at Numi Jewelers.
So, change of plans. We'll be spending the holidays at your place.
Oh, yay! Everyone remember what you're supposed to grab?
We're Santa's little helpers. Some might call us elves. But Santa's little helpers is what we call ourselves. We're Santa's little helpers. And if you want to know, there's nowhere else on earth that we would rather go.
Need last-minute gifts? We've got you covered. Save big money at Menards.
It's time appliances had a personality. Yours. Discover Cafe, the customizable appliance. Customize your suite at cafeappliances.com. Cafe, distinct by design.
Earn up to $2,000 on select Cafe suites. Discover the customizable collections at your local dealer today.
Johnson Mertz. It's a trusted name.
Local high school hockey lives right here on Thursday Night Face-Off. Whether you're looking for scores, game-winning plays, or more, tune to CBS 3. Thursday Night Face-Off with Duncan Goldberg and Kevin Moore, brought to you by Essentia Health.
Wednesday, it's a star-studded event.
We're talking about the Kennedy Center Honors.
Paying tribute to America's best. Lorne Michaels, Joni Mitchell, Berry Gordy, Justino Diaz, and Bette Midler.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
With special guest appearances and musical performances from today's biggest names in entertainment. Join David Letterman.
You folks, of course, know me from TikTok.
The Kennedy Center Honors, Wednesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app. CBS 3 Sports is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Here's a look at the snow totals that came in from the CocoRa's network and, of course, the snow belt among the big winners. 7.5 inches towards Ironwood and Hurley. Chisholm, though, on the Iron Range, 7 inches according to one respondent on that system. Hayward had 6.5, Bovey 4.5, Mercer in the snow belt 4, Iron River just out of the snow belt perhaps, but close, 3.5. Two Harbors, North Shore, 3 inches. Cotton, similar deal. Oh, we get another chance for snow. If this isn't enough for snow fans, another chance could come Thursday morning, probably not this much. And yet another chance could come Friday morning. That could make things a little bit slippery for the Christmas Eve commute. We'll talk about the odds of that paying off after we look at, of course, the current conditions from Duluth International. 73% our relative humidity. Northwest wind 14 miles per hour, and the air pressure holding steady on the lower side at 29.83 inches of mercury. Of course, we're shaking off a low pressure system that brought that snow earlier today, and it may stick around keeping snow going for the UP till about 1 o'clock in the morning. So let's take a look now at temperatures. Cooler temperatures came in behind the departing low rather rapidly. Only 10 to 12 for the Upper Peninsula, and we're going about 12 to 15 in northwestern Wisconsin. Cool spot Solon Springs, warm spot La Pointe. Northern Minnesota already dropping into the single digits. Only 5, for example, in Ely. Still 14 towards Moose Lake. Low temps tonight could go pretty close to 0 for Minnesotans, and just a little bit warmer than that for Wisconsin and the UP. Now, into the Doppler and satellite map. And our snow from the morning is already rapidly trekking off towards the east, though we do still think we could get a little more lake effect for folks in the UP, and that's why they are seeing still a winter weather advisory going on until 1 o'clock. Clouds are trying to break up. I don't think they'll be overly successful. Will be mostly cloudy above tonight, but fairly chilly at the surface. And then tomorrow, in between low pressure systems, will be on the cloudy side. But then, yeah, Thursday morning, our next low pressure system brings us a snow chance, a 40% morning snow chance that could hold totals like this. I'm thinking by about noonish or so, once we get into Thursday here, we could go another 1 to 2 inches around our area. But as early as Thursday afternoon already, those clouds will start to break up and temperatures will try to warm up. 24 to 30 on Thursday in the afternoon. But then once we get into Friday morning, take a look. We've got that next low pressure system coming that could bring a rain and snow mix, at least during the morning hours. If you have Christmas Eve plans, hopefully it'll be done by then and you can travel safely. Now, tonight, travel. Still some slippery spots out there to watch out for, so travel cautiously. And it'll be chilly, mostly cloudy in Minnesota with lows from 0 to 9 above. Wisconsin and Michigan with clouds and UP snow showers could go about 3 to 5 above for the low temps. Then tomorrow's highs, Wisconsin, Michigan, cloudier sky, high temps in the low 20s. Minnesota high temps. As cool as 16 towards Tower Sudan, as warm as 24 degrees around Silver Bay, mostly cloudy sky there. And from the clouds come Thursday morning, 40% chance for another inch or two of snow. 50-50 shot Friday morning for the rain-snow mix, highs up towards 34. But for Christmas Day, if you're a snow fan, maybe the Christmas blessing is a sunnier sky and cooler conditions to perhaps get out and use any winter sports-style toys you may get. So whether it's as luxurious as a snow machine or as simple as one of those plastic sleds that you go down Big Dutch and Ely on and pert near kill yourself.
Yeah.
At least that's the way we rolled in Ely back in the 70s.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, a sled, if you get on the right hill, that's a good time.
Yeah, it is a good time.
And as you get older, it gets a little more
and you don't recover from the crashes as quickly either.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, my hip.
Doesn't stop us, though, Dave.
No, it doesn't, really.
Thank you. Starting in the new year, the Duluth Public Library will be offering a new streaming service for close to 1 million titles in their collection. In addition to digital downloads of books, people will be able to stream movies, TV episodes, music, and more. The service is free, but does require the user to have a Duluth Public Library card. The app-based streaming service is called Hoopla, and once it's downloaded, the app allows the viewer to binge library content on a variety of screens, from smartphones and tablets to TVs with Roku devices. Library officials say Hoopla will give cardholders expanded access to their services.
This allows us to be open 24/7, as opposed to the building, in which case we have limited hours. Now people will be able to, if they want to check out a movie, they will be able to do that from the comfort of their own home.
Prior to this new app, the library's digital option called Libby allowed users to download books and audiobooks, but not movies, videos, and music. Officials say the new service will launch on January 1st. Tonight at 10, we'll hear why the library decided to make the leap to streaming. Well, Kevin joins us now for a look at what's going on in sports tonight.
As we talk to an undefeated UMB coach, that's head coach Justin Wick. We talked about his Bulldogs start to the season, and the Vikings got a must-win last night. Here from defensive end DJ Wanham after the break. Sports is next.
Stay connected to live local CBS3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories. CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
It's a new day, things are gonna change. It's a new day, things are gonna change.
I'm Dr. Dustin Lucarelli, a general surgeon at St. Luke's. We oftentimes are the ones that are called to deal with appendicitis, cholecystitis, hernias, and even cancers. I chose to practice at St. Luke's because it gives me the opportunity to work with some of the newest advancements and technologies. I really enjoy working with the Da Vinci robot and doing minimally invasive surgery. So being a general surgeon allows me the capability to work with my hands and work with patients. And it's something I truly enjoy.
Your hands are cold, your feet are cold, you're freezing. Mother Nature is ready to bring you winter. Are you ready? Northwest Outlet is. It's the Northland's winter family clothing headquarters for men, women, and children. Northwest Outlet's massive inventory of the North Face, Columbia, and Carhartt with all the latest styles, colors, and sizes from 6 months to 5X is in. Long underwear, hats, gloves, mitts, snowsuits, pants, jackets, smart wool, and darn tough socks, and winter boots for men, women, and kids are in all sizes. Northwest Outlet, your family's winter headquarters. 1814 Belknap, Superior.
Happy holidays from Bath Planet. This season, we're helping you while helping others. Receive 20% off your entire bathroom project, and we'll include a $50 donation to a local food shelf with every appointment to help families in need. The offer starts on Black Friday and ends December 31st. As always, you can still get one of our great financing options, so call us today or go online to book your appointment. Happy holidays from Bath Planet. Out of this world service, down to earth price.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped me get to the first day at my career, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from my service helped me buy my first home. And I take pride knowing I will be the first to respond if my community ever needs me. To learn more, visit nationalguard.com.
Epilepsy can affect anyone with a brain.
It does not discriminate.
If you have a brain,
you can get epilepsy.
But here's something that's just as important to know.
Anyone with a brain can affect epilepsy.
So let's use our brains to do just that.
Let's change the way people think about epilepsy.
To find cures.
Because if all of us can get epilepsy,
all of us
can end epilepsy.
We just need to use our brains.
Let's use our brains. Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains to end epilepsy.
The UMD men's basketball team has taken care of business so far, all of their business to be quite frank. They're a perfect 13-0, sitting on top of the NSIC and ranked 17th in the country. But the young Bulldogs were not picked to be in this position. They were picked 6th in the NSIC at just the beginning of the year, behind Minnesota Moorhead, who they beat by 21 points, which is 5 upperclassmen. They put it all together in the first half of their season, outscoring their opponents by an average of over 20 points.
I don't know if you ever fully expect to go 13-0 to start the season, but our guys have played really well night in, night out. I think everybody knew that we had some young talent, just a matter of how fast we could put it together. By no means are we a finished product. We're going to have some ups and downs throughout the year, but I think our guys really bought into being good on the defensive end and really putting in the work and focusing on the details on the defensive end, and that's made a huge difference for us this year.
It's also the first year that Justin Wick has had an entire team of his own recruits at UNB. Their next game is a big one against St. Cloud State on January 2nd. Keeping things in the Bulldog basketball family, UNB sophomore forward Austin Andrews was named NSIC North Division Player of the Week for the third time this year. Andrews averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, 5.5 assists, plus 2.5 blocks. He just did it all, apparently. Andrews helped lead the Bulldogs to another perfect week, all a part of their historic 13-0 start to the season. And like I just mentioned, they are off until January 2nd when they play at St. Cloud State. Well, it wasn't the most glorious win for the Vikings, but a win is a win this time of year, especially when last night's game was a must-win for the Vikes, who got the job done, beating the Bears 17-9 at Soldier Field. With that win, the Vikings jumped to the 7th and final spot in the NFC playoff picture, but enough is enough about that. Mike Zimmer and his team know exactly what they have to do in order to make the playoffs, and with players like Amir Smith-Marset stepping up, catching his first touchdown, and DJ Wanham getting 3 sacks, it's going to be all hands on deck for the final playoff push.
Oh, man, it feels amazing, man. You know, so I put the work in the offseason, you know what I'm saying? And each and every week this year I got better, you know what I'm saying? Got better and better, and tonight was the night to do it. Prime time, couldn't be in a better time to do it. And, you know what I'm saying, 3 sacks is, you know, it's the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to, you know, get better, and I'm looking forward to the next game.
Vikings are 1-0 in their final 4-game season. They look to keep it going Sunday at home against the Rams. And we have a 1,000-point watch. He's only a junior. 2 Harbors guard Trent Gomez needs 13 points to reach 1,000. He's averaging 25 points per game, so there's a good chance that it happens. And we will have those highlights tonight for you at 10. And if you can't get to 2 Harbors and looking for a good game to watch tonight, we have a great AA boys hockey game on Mine 9. Number 9, Grand Rapids is hosting CEC Puck Drop with Reed Larson and Bob Clone is at 7 o'clock.
Ooh, 1,000-point watch.
Yeah,
how exciting.
It's going to be a busy sports, and 1,000 points.
Yeah.
I think I scored 2 in high school. So, yep.
Well, you were getting there.
I only played my freshman year. I
Okay,
focused
all
on
right.
baseball.
That's
what I
a
told my
legit
parents.
excuse.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
Well, before we go, a new study says people like black coffee not because of its taste, but because of their DNA. A recent study in the journal Nature Scientific reports people born with a quicker caffeine metabolism prefer black coffee. The study suggests some people like strong coffee because of its higher caffeine content and not because of the bitter taste. Now, people who have a genetic marker associated with a higher sensitivity to caffeine were more likely to add cream and sugar. Researchers hope the study will further their understanding of the health benefits associated with coffee. When I need coffee, it doesn't matter how I take it. Just some days you just need it.
That's a very good point. And
Yeah.
sometimes you just need snow.
Yes.
Especially if you're a snow fan. And we've been getting a little bit here today. Folks in the UP could get a little more tonight. But by tomorrow, we're in between low pressure systems. So we'll have a cloudy sky, but dry conditions. High of 20 is a little bit cooler than normal. Now there's no chance locally with us Thursday morning.
All right, we'll see you at 10.